Hi everybody, I'm going to be doing a little unboxing video for you here. I just got this in the mail a couple days ago, and I'm so excited to show you what I got here. As you can see, it's the Wicked Tales, a Dark Lenormand. This is from La Panthère. This is a Kickstarter that I supported not too long ago. And first and foremost, here I just want to admire this box. Like, look how cool this is. Of course, we have the back. It gives a little description here. La Panthère, who does a lot of great stuff. I know they have Erica's Lenormand of Hope, and they've also done the Rhythm and Soul Tarot, which I also backed. So if it's La Panthère, you can pretty much guarantee it's going to be a really cool, artistically beautifully done. Yeah, look at this, but it's really cool because it's a Dark Lenormand, so like as you can see, we have the bouquet, but it's being held by a ghost. I'll show you the cards here in just a second, but first and foremost, I love this box. This box is so cool. I'll move my microphone out of the way here. I love this box. This is so cool. So, let's take a look inside, shall we? Alright, so the other thing too, listen to this. That is, if I don't actually use my hands here, there's a nice magnet in there that holds this closed, so I'm super excited about that. And first and foremost, we have this. I'm not gonna lie to you, I already opened it, but we have this great book here. Now, if you're not familiar with Lenormand, it's a great system here, and lately I've noticed that La Panthère has been doing such a great job of bringing Lenormand and making it easy to read. They have, of course, Erica's Lenormand of Hope by Erica Robinson, who wrote The Language of Lenormand. Highly recommend her book if you want a place to start. And I'm just going to flip through this because I actually have not read the book just yet. I did a quick breeze through, but I haven't actually read anything. But shuffling the cards. I love that they go through things. I love that they talk about combining the cards, reading the cards. You got a nice section here about reading the cards. Let me show you there. Of course, they also go into the cards themselves. They talk about an image. They have some keywords. And then this I think is super, super cool. They have a legend. So like for Coffin, they talk about St. Aidan's Church in Liverpool, England. And then, of course, the message of the cards. So you get a little lore with the legend, but you also get the message of the card itself. I'm so sorry. This is really, I don't know why my camera is not focusing here, but I hope you can read just enough of that. And then I think the one thing that really is super cool about this is that we have a shadow. So that can mean like what's the downside of it? Much like you would, like a reversed card meaning. You have some journal prompts in here, and then you also have some combinations that might be useful too. So like if you see here combination with coffin, you have the coffin plus the key. Again, I'm sorry if you can't read that. My camera's not wanting to focus, and I don't quite know why. Let me give it a tap here. Maybe not. But yeah, so you got coffin and key. So here it says coffin and key, an ending to accessing information or literally being locked out. Coffin and garden, an end to socializing. Coffin and scythe, an end to violence. Note this can also be read as a violent or aggressive or unpleasant ending to a situation if the order of the cards is reversed. So scythe, coffin. So I think the one really neat thing about Lenormand is when you read it, it is also very directional. So coffin and scythe can be an end to violence, but scythe and coffin can mean a violent or unpleasant or aggressive ending. So they make a note to say that because the position of the cards in Lenormand has just as much meaning as the card itself. Now, you have in it your 36 cards, so I'm going to move forward here. Oh, and I love this too. So Ghoul, instead of man and woman, you have Ghoul 1, Ghoul 2, which I think is super cool. The ghoul. This one's kind of a, I don't know, is he like a Wendigo? I can't really see. He's a horned ghoul. This one's a very skinny, almost like a banshee style ghoul. I don't know that they have extra cards in here. In fact, I don't think they do. Let's double check. Oh no, they do. We got a whole thing, a whole slew of bonus cards too. So we got Swamp Critter, Planchette, which is cool. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say that a lot. So we got Swamp Critter, Planchette, Clown, which don't know how I feel about that. Yikes. Lavender Lady, and I'm sure a lot of this, knowing what I know. So we got 4 extra cards there, and knowing what I know about La Panthère and Monica Bodersky, I am so sorry if I've mispronounced her name, because I adore her, but I don't know that I probably mispronounced her name. But it's cool. It's really cool because you're getting some history. You're getting a little bit of fun lore in it as well, and that's just the book. Now, the cards themselves, first off, I love that they're in this, I love that they're in this, I'm going to see if you can see this. This is like a velvet-lined box. This is some really sturdy, can't really see it, but this is some really sturdy foam in here. So this is a very well-padded box, and I think in combination with the magnet, this will travel very well. So if you're the type that does not like to decant your cards from the box, this will travel very well. But let me just show you. First off, I want to show you just the back. We've got the planchette on the back here, and then I hope you can see this, but there's beautiful silver foil on this here. And I like to do this with anything with a silver foil edge. Just to check it here, and I run my finger along it a couple of times, and you can't really tell, but it's actually not coming off, which, sometimes leaving like this on the edge can come off, and I'm very happy that it doesn't. But this is, I'm going to move this box out of the way here so we can see the cards, but this is what the artwork of the cards look like themselves. We've got clouds, which the clouds look like ragdolls. Rod, star, the crossroad, which if you're familiar, the devil at the crossroad, I like that nod there, and he's even singing. He's got music surrounded by him. We've got the letter, the moon, anchor, swamp critter. So one of the bonus cards here, swamp critter, planchette, and clown. Those are three of the extra cards here. And one thing I will too, you can always kind of tell from me the stock of it, because I like to shuffle just to see where it's going here. So let me give it a quick shuffle, and you can actually hear by the sound how sturdy these cards are. So give me 1 second here. They shuffle really well. What I like is that they're very matte. You can see that here, if you can see the reflection from my lamp. It is very matte, but it's not a sticky matte. Sometimes it's a sticky matte. I don't know why that made me laugh. For my yoga people out there, shout out to you. What I love is that you can shuffle these cards very easily. They're not overly slippery, but they're also not like super staticky and super like stick together. There was a lot of thought, it feels like, with these cards, and these are very easy to shuffle. So that's a very big bonus, and again, they're very sturdy. So if you notice how thick one card is here, if you can see that. I don't know why it's... Okay, focus! There we go. So, my computer's went to sleep. I'm working on some video stuff too, so I figured while I wait, I'll give this for you guys here. But these are very sturdy cards, but they're still, they're still nice and pliable. They're still very... So yeah, no, this is really exciting. These are gorgeously done. And I think one of the things I thoroughly enjoy is like the legend. So you know what? I'm just going to do a quick card pull here, and I'm not going to worry about the card's meaning itself. I'm just going to give you the legend so you can hear it. Let's do here. All right, we've got the letter. So this letter here, which in Lenormand is basically any written correspondence. Let me grab the book. Almost got to it. Cool. So here are the letter. So you'll notice here, and what I love about Lenormand too is they're updating it. So document, email, letter, written communication, news. And I want to see what the story of the legend is here. Here we go. So here, it looks like with this one, there's just a little bit of story. So image, devil holds the letter. Here's the story again. Sorry you cannot read this, but I'm going to read it to you. Letters can be wonderful, and if we are anticipating positive news, they are welcome. There are, however, several horror stories involving letters, and some of them are true. Ryan Murphy of American Horror Story created a film called The Watcher about the ordeal of the Broaddus family who, after moving into a home in a quiet suburb, experienced a series of threatening letters signed by The Watcher. Though this film is largely fictitious, it preys on our deep fears of being stalked by an invisible and anonymous predator. How can we stand up against or stop someone we can't identify or see? Our fears can be unfounded due to imagination and pranks, but they may also be an indication of someone who has chosen to victimize us, not only through letters, but in real life. The uncertainty and fear of anticipating multiple, negative, or frightening messages can keep us in a permanent state of nervous exhaustion. Receiving bad news, whether through texts, emails, or old-school mail, can leave us apprehensive about ever opening our correspondence again. And then again, we've got the message. The letter card indicates that we are receiving news or communication that is important for us to hear. You might get a text or an email or message, or perhaps you'll be receiving a certificate. If you need to return or sign documents, you may wish to get those completed. You may also be required to renew leases, permits, or sign contracts. Shadow. So the shadow section here, ignoring vital communications. While we may all procrastinate signing documents or getting paperwork in order, this shadow needs to be tackled before things pile up beyond reason. Jumping in and clearing out old papers and out-of-date files will lighten your load and eradicate the stress we all experience from procrastination. Remember to get back to those who sent you correspondences or emails. Silence is not an appropriate response to those you respect who have communicated with you. Professionally, you will be seen as irresponsible. Here are some journal prompts and reflections. Have you ever ignored a letter or email from an acquaintance? If so, why? What was the happiest email or letter you ever received? What do you like or dislike about administrative work? Name a few strengths and challenges about your communication style. Here we have combinations with letter. So letter plus bear, strong communication. Letter plus key, open communication. Letter plus fish, which is the fish is the card for like commerce, is a business contract. So I love that they've taken the Lenormand and moved it just a little bit further here. So you're not only just getting the cards and the language of the cards, you're getting a little bit more in depth with it, because as many people will tell you, Lenormand is a card system that is very much like each card is a word or a structure, and that is where you glean the message. Now, I'm just curious here. I'm going to do a real quick 3-card spread for myself here. I am practicing Lenormand. I am in the learning stages of Lenormand, so it's not quite as zingy with me as is tarot, but you know what? We're here to learn together. So let me just pull 3 cards here. I'm just gonna let the universe, let spirit say, okay, what do I really need to know right now? All right, give me a second here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, as you can see here too, I've been working on some stuff for my book coming out, Read Like a Queen, Real Life Insights to Slay Your Tarot Practice, now available for pre-order wherever books are sold. All right, so what's the focus? What is it that you want me to focus on when I work with you? And we've got Planchette. So Planchette, which is one of the bonus cards. Now here's how I like to do bonus cards. Since I'm still in the process of learning Lenormand, I'm going to move the bonus card to the top, and I'm going to let that be like a clarifier / extra bonus information. So coffin, interesting, coffin endings. Star and ring. This is interesting because I have another Lenormand deck I've been working with, the Rana George Lenormand, which is gorgeous. Ring has been coming up a lot, which is about companionship. It's about partnerships. And so the way I'm going to read this, I'm going to first off make sure that they're nice and full on here. There we go. So star, coffin, ring. Star is about, I want to say it's about idealism. I'm going to double check the book here because again, so here, as you can notice, what again, I love that it's so modern. Star, network, internet, destiny, hope, fate, and clarity. The star here is very similar to the star in tarot, which is kind of cool when you have that crossover. So destiny, clarity comes out to me. So with clarity, we have the star with clarity. Coffin is about endings, putting things to rest. And then the ring is all about, I'm looking at is about contracts and commitments and promise. So if I'm going to go with promise, so star, clarity, ending, promise. And so I feel like the Lenormand deck is saying to me, use me when you seek out clarity, especially when it comes to things that you need to put to rest, but also things that you want to bring. What was the last word I said again? I've got to look again because I just completely spaced it. I was so in it, I totally spaced it. Promise. But I promise. Now, here's where and promise. So what I'm getting from it, clarity, putting things to rest, and promise. So seek out Lenormand for directness, for especially when it comes to endings, and when you want to see whether or not your relationships are worth holding on to, or if they are needing to let go. So that's would be the basic. Now I want to see what planchette is. Whoa, there you guys go. I want to take a look at planchette because planchette is one of the bonus cards, and this is how I like to read bonus cards in Lenormand. I like to read it as a clarifier or an extra word, like kind of like, but wait, there's more. There's a bonus. And this says spirit communication, answers, anonymity, and portals. Spirit communication really jumped out to me. So it feels to me like this is a card deck that is very good about getting in touch with spirit guides, getting in touch with guidance when earthly guidance can't seem to help you out, but you are seeking guidance for endings, you are seeking guidance for partnerships, but you need to reach out to the other side of the veil. And book is about knowledge and about learning, but it's also about secrets, discovering secrets, and secrets that are yet to be told. So yeah, I'm super excited to dig in and start using this deck. I know La Panthère has this up for availability. It's available now on their website, so highly recommend, especially if you are into Lenormand and you want something that's a little on the spookier side, or the ooky spooky side, a little on the spoopy side. Anyways, friends, thank you so much. Here's my hands. How's that? Thank you so much for joining me as I unbox this deck. If you are interested in my book, Read Like a Queen, Real Life Insights to Slay Your Tarot Practice, that is available now where books are sold. It is for pre-order. It will be hitting the market in September. Thank you all, and I will see you next time.